Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive on the London, Ontario real estate market. So let's just get right into it. October 2024. I mean, what a month.
Yeah, it was a really interesting month.
Yeah.
We saw some lot more activity.
Big changes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
much more than we were expecting.
661 transactions. That's a pretty significant jump from last year.
This is huge.
It is a big jump.
Yeah.
135 more than October 2023. What does that tell you about the market?
That to me, that signals that things are really starting to pick up. We're coming back from, a little bit of a slower period, and things are starting to look really good. The market is,
Resilient.
yeah, it's resilient. It's strong.
And I think what's really interesting is that sales to new listings ratio. What do you think about that number?
Yeah, so that ratio, it's looking really good right now. It's at 46.5% year to date.
Which is balanced.
Exactly. And when we talk about balanced, it's right in that sweet spot where it's not a super strong buyer's market and it's not a super strong seller's market. It's kind of right in the middle.
Which makes it predictable.
Right. And predictable is what we like, right?
That's what everybody wants,
Yeah.
especially if they're making, one of the biggest decisions of their
lives, exactly.
buying or selling their home. So that's really good to hear. And for buyers out there who are maybe thinking about getting into the market, there's a lot to choose from.
Oh, yeah. There's tons of inventory right now,
New listings were up 10.2%
which is incredible.
in October year over year, reaching levels we haven't seen in a decade.
It's amazing for buyers right now. I mean, there's so much choice out there, so many different styles and price points to choose from. It's a really good time to be looking.
It really is a good time. Now, I'm sure you're all wondering how the Bank of Canada's recent rate decrease plays into all of this.
Oh, absolutely. It's a big development for sure. It could really inject some energy into a market that's already pretty active. Lower rates make it easier for buyers to qualify for mortgages, which means potentially higher demand and upward pressure on those prices.
So for sellers, this could mean even better offers and maybe even faster sales.
It's definitely possible, but we always have to remember that real estate is hyper-local. Even within London, what happens in one neighborhood might be totally different in another. That's why it's so important to have a local expert on your side, someone who can give you those nuanced insights and help you navigate this market.
And that's where our team at Forest Hill Real Estate Distinction Branch comes in. We live and breathe this market. We're constantly analyzing trends, talking to other agents, crunching those numbers to make sure our clients are always one step ahead.
We know that you, our listeners, are different. You're analytical. You want data-driven insights. And that's exactly what we deliver.
Real estate isn't just about houses. It's really about the whole community, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge part of the economy.
It is.
It creates jobs, it supports local businesses, it has a ripple effect on everything.
And it's amazing how much of an impact it actually has. Did you know that each housing transaction in Ontario
Wow.
generates almost $89,000
That's a lot.
in spin-off spending?
Wow.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Furniture stores,
Yeah.
contractors, landscapers,
Oh.
lawyers,
Everyone benefits.
everyone benefits.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's from a study by the Altus Group. Okay, let's talk numbers. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Average sale price in London and St. Thomas was $623,189 in October. Now, some people might look at that and think, oh, that's just a tiny increase from last year.
Yeah, and I can see why people would say that, it's not a huge jump.
But
There's more to the story
there's more to the story.
than just that number.
Right.
Sometimes those average prices, they can fluctuate a little bit month to month depending on what types of properties are selling.
Right, and that's why we like to look at that HPI benchmark price.
Yeah, exactly.
So for those who aren't familiar with that, just give us like a super quick
Sure. Yeah.
definition of what the HPI benchmark price is.
So the HPI benchmark price is a really good way to track how property values are changing over time. It's basically looking at a typical home in a given area and tracking how the value of that home is changing. So it's a more stable and reliable indicator than just looking at the average sale price.
Makes sense. So what's the HPI benchmark price in London?
Right now in London, it's sitting at $608,500.
Okay, and what's really interesting is we're seeing some specific property types that are performing really well. Two-story homes and apartments are actually showing price increases.
Interesting.
Yeah, it seems like, families, maybe they want more space after being cooped up during the pandemic.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And also investors, they're seeing the value in those types of properties.
Yeah, that's great news for anyone considering
Right,
selling a two-story home
definitely.
or an apartment. But what if you're buying, is London still a good place to buy?
Absolutely.
Is it an attractive market?
I think it is. When you look at London's benchmark price, Compared to the rest of the country, it's actually way below the Canadian average, which is $707,700. And if you compare it to some of the other, hotter markets in Ontario, like the GTA,
Oh, yeah.
London is still much more affordable.
So there's some really good opportunities there for people looking to get into the market.
If you're looking for affordability and value, London's definitely a great option.
So we've talked about all these trends and data points, but what does it all mean for you?
Right, that's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got this snapshot of the market, but how do you actually use it? Whether you're a first-time buyer thinking about upgrading or downsizing, or maybe you're looking to get into investing, London really does have a lot to offer.
Okay, imagine this. You're a young professional just finished up at Western. Maybe you're working at one of those new tech companies popping up all over. You're ready to buy your first place. And with London being so much more affordable than other cities, you might be surprised what you can get.
Right. Picture yourself in a cool condo downtown, close to all the action, and those low interest rates are making those monthly payments way more manageable. Or maybe you're thinking about a starter home in a nice neighborhood somewhere you can really settle down.
Now let's switch gears. Imagine you're a family. Maybe you've outgrown your space. You need another bedroom or a bigger backyard. Those two-story homes we talked about, remember how their values are going up? They might be perfect for you.
And for those of you with that entrepreneurial spirit, an investment property in London could be a really smart move. Think about those apartments. Strong rental demand, especially with all the students. A great way to build your portfolio.
Exactly. It's all about matching your goals with the right opportunities. And that's where we come in. We're not just real estate agents, we're advisors. We want to understand your vision and help you create a plan to make it happen.
At Forest Hill Real Estate Distinction Branch, we're all about that personal touch. We know buying or selling a home is a big deal. It's not just a transaction, it's a huge part of your life. And we're here to guide you every step of the way, answer all your questions, and make sure you feel confident and informed.
We're here to make the process as smooth and stress-free as possible. We handle all the details, negotiate the best terms. We've got a whole network of trusted professionals to make sure everything goes perfectly.
So if you're ready to explore the London market, whether you're buying, selling, or investing, give us a shout.
We'd love to hear from you, learn about your dreams, and help you achieve them. You can find us online at foresthilldistinction.com or give us a call. We're here to help you unlock the potential of the London real estate market.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the London market. We hope you found it helpful, and we look forward to connecting with you soon.